Hi everyone, this is your Akim Yaganteshwaradu. Welcome back to our machine learning sessions. Today onwards, we are going to start important sessions, that is practical sessions, how to implement classification problems or regression problems or clustering problems with use cases we are going to discuss. Now we will start on supervised learning classification problem, that is diabetes prediction project. First, in this session, we are going to discuss the basic introduction, like for this project, what exactly require any requirements to work with this diabetes prediction, and what kind of problem it is, and what are the features labels in the diabetes project. For this, I am using a data set which is available in Kaggle. Maybe just visit Kaggle website and you can download or you can search diabetes India file. There you can get this diabetes file. And so this is the sample file you can see here. This is the file which is having these are the features and this is the label. So these are the different features, pregnancies, glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI, diabetes pedigree function, age, and outcome. So these are the features in the data set. As I am discussing from starting, right, in machine learning, we are going to call it as a features. Inputs are called as features and output is called as a label. So whenever you are going to explain any project in interviews, please use technical terms. If you call it as inputs and output, so they will think that you are not aware of machine learning technical terms. So that's why when you are going to explain your projects, use these technical terms like features and a label. So inputs are called as features and output is called as a label. And as we know what kind of problem it is, if it is having both inputs and output, so we can categorize this diabetes prediction as a diabetes prediction system. It is supervised learning. Supervised learning. Again, in supervised learning, we know there are two categories, whether it is a classification or regression. If you see my data set, the outcome is of type 1 and 0. So the output is of type 1 and 0. Output column, that is label. So label, it is of 0 and 1. So then we can call this problem is a classification problem. Classification problem. So from the given data set, first and foremost important as a data scientist developer, here we are talking about machine learning, right? Machine learning developer. So whenever you will get any data set, first identify what kind of data set it is. Data set type. Here we classified that is a supervised learning classification problem. Supervised learning classification problem. So it is clear what kind of data set it is. So my diabetes prediction project, it is of supervised learning classification problem. That is of clear. And now what are the requirements I need to work with this project? Requirements. So what are the minimum requirements in order to work with this diabetes data set? So first, programming language we are going to use is programming language. Python we are going to use. That may be Python 3 point some version. So don't go with Python 1 or Python 2. So Python 1 is outdated. Just watch my videos on Python. So what are the different versions? So which version we need to use? Python 1 is outdated. Python 2 also, Python community stopped supporting Python 2. So in the industry, latest versions are Python 3 plus versions are the latest versions. So for your development, choose any Python latest version or Python 3 plus versions. And editor will be, so editor is of your choice, but most of the machine learning users, developers, they will use Jupyter Notebook, but it is not restricted to use only Jupyter Notebook. You can use PyCharm or you can use Visual Studio Code or any other editor of your choice. You can use any other editor of your choice. And packages which we are going to use as part of this project is pandas and scikit-learn, matplotlib, cbarn, and if required, numpy. So pandas, scikit-learn, and matplotlib and cbarn mostly used for visualization. And if any numerical calculations or anything, if any multidimensional array is required, most probably we don't require for this project, but keep a spare for this numpy. If I require any multidimensional arrays, I can use numpy. These are the packages we are going to use as part of this diabetes prediction project. So first we categorized our problem as a supervised learning classification problem, and you need to finalize your editor, and you need to finalize your Python, you need to finalize your programming language, and then finalize the packages which are required as part of your development. That's all for introduction session. Next we'll start with designing our model in the next sessions.